Now think of what comes to your mind when you think of childhood. For me, it reminds me of coming home from school and turning on my TV in my family room and sitting watching YTV. But I can definitely guarantee that majority of the people who are watching this video have seen these shows. Childhood shows then versus now then. This is the Dora the Explorer I grew up watching. I remember the music to this. I'm not gonna play it because I'm gonna get copyright claimed. But I remember every second of this. Shows now, movies, they're not as entertaining as they once were. And like honestly, Netflix especially, if something doesn't hit like Stranger Things, it's canceled. This is just so animated, and I don't like it. I know kids now growing up won't know what we mean by that because they weren't there when they experienced that. It's just something about the animation back then was so much more special. That's just my personal opinion, but I feel like more than ever now, the entertainment industry isn't doing too well, if I'm being honest. POV growing up in the early 2000s. I remember this. I remember this. I still go to these kind of playgrounds. I remember doing this. This was literally such a fun thing. And the kids now, I feel so bad that they'll never get to experience it. Happy Meals, oh my gosh. I would never even eat the meals of Happy Meals. I just cared about the toy. Didn't we all though? Discs, CDs. I would listen to music on my way to school every single day. I had a disc with all the Disney princesses like Tiana, Cinderella, Belle, all of them. The first song on that disc that would start playing when you put it in was When Will My Life Begin. I can see it in my mind when I think of it. Now I can guarantee every single one of us as a kid watched YouTube. And oh boy is YouTube far different now than what it was. Kids now are watching Darman. Meanwhile, I would watch little Play-Doh unboxing with Easter eggs and Shopkins. I still remember my very first Shopkin was a little lipstick Shopkin. I can't remember from what season. If I could, I would most definitely travel back in time and even just watch myself do skating and swimming and soccer. Everything right now is just flooding back into my mind. Now before I officially started YouTube, the very first YouTuber I wanted to be and kind of niche I wanted to follow growing up, but I wanted to be an LPS YouTuber. Before I grew up watching YouTubers like Gloom and Lauren Z-Side, I was watching Littlest Pet Shop YouTubers. Now I still do actually have a playset, and this is one of the 2 playsets I own. Now I can't remember where I got this, but I did first see this before I owned it in an after-school program I went to called PLASP. They had a bunch of LPS, and I think that's where my LPS phase began. I wanted to be an LPS YouTuber so bad. By the way, if you did own a Littlest Pet Shop set, which one out of these did you have? Do you have this one? Did you have another one? I wanted to have everything LPS. I even remember I had these little glasses that I got on Amazon. They were like these pink plastic sunglasses, and I lost them one time, and I even got like an LPS accessory set for my birthday. I actually lost those sunglasses within like 2-3 months to having them. I even had a little bow that would like go over their ears. When I tell you I went crazy over finding it, and I'm still trying to find it today, I was dedicated to finding it, and I still today have not found it. I'm still trying to look for it. Never throw away your nostalgia.
Which of these iconic Littlest Pet Shop playsets or houses did you have? Little Lovin' Pet Playhouse. This was released in 2005 with Generation 2. This is the one I had, and I loved it so much. It came with a Littlest Pet Shop Dalmatian, hamster, and the trapped fish.
I never had this one, but I would constantly see it in LPS videos and skits and series people made. There were seriously some really talented professional LPS YouTubers out there. I was such a fan, and I'm not sure if LPS Amino exists anymore, which you might know from Amino the app, which is for like fandoms and stuff where you can join chat rooms and talk with people. It was essentially like Tumblr, but there were just chat rooms as well. No matter how many LPS I had, these 2 were always my favorite. This one, the thing that really appealed to me about this LPS was that she's blonde, right? Like, she's a blonde, short hair. In almost all of the skits and little YouTube videos I saw, she was always either the main character or some kind of popular girl, like, you know, like Mean Girls, Regina George. The strange thing is, these feel so tiny than what I remember them being. Like, they felt so much bigger. It's probably because I haven't touched these in literal years. I love these 2, and they were always my favorite. LPS was probably the only phase I had growing up as a kid. kid now that I think of it. The next thing I want to bring up isn't a TikTok, but it is something I remember so clearly. Who remembers Kinder eggs? Who remembers begging their parents to get them a Kinder egg? Because I would have to beg my mom every single time, "Mom, can I have a Kinder egg?" And sometimes she would say no, and sometimes she'd say yes, and when she said yes, I was the happiest girl in the world. This chocolate was just so good, and it didn't taste like any chocolate I'd ever tasted before. It was just so good. The toys weren't that good, but for the age audience that they're targeted to, they worked. I did a lot of extracurricular activities outside of school. I would do singing, then I did piano, then I did guitar, I did tap, then I went back to guitar, but it always ended up in me quitting. Never quit. If I could tell my younger self anything, it's that you can be anything. Don't quit just because it's hard. I, right now, am sitting in front of a camera recording a video. I truly am happy with doing content creation. I love doing this stuff because I can talk about what I want to talk about and people enjoy that. YouTube to me is an escape from reality. We all come on YouTube to forget about our lives sometimes and forget and clear our minds. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Could you relate to any of these? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, consider subscribing, and until next time, I will see you guys on the next one.